Get ready, here comes At the Market with Brian Neiman. At the Market is presented by Fifth Third Bank, the Curious Bank, and sponsored in part by St. John, Providence River District Hospital, Baker College of Port Huron's Culinary Institute of Michigan, with support from St. Clair County's Community Mental Health. Well, welcome to another edition of the At the Market with Brian Neiman. Obviously, my name is not Brian Neiman, it's Paul Dingeman. Nice to see you. Glad you are here today. Brian will be returning in a week, and in fact, we have a special message from Brian coming up in a couple seconds. But I want to thank, at the top of the show, the sponsors that we've had this year, which have been really great and made this whole thing possible. I know Brian's going to mention it too, but I wanted to do it, make it special too. Fifth Third Bank, and the Curious Bank's been with us all season. That's been a great support. St. John Providence River District Hospital has been along for the ride. They've been with us like 5 years now. We also had a new sponsor this season, Baker College's Culinary Institute of Michigan. They'll be opening. We're going to have one of their chefs along in a week or so you'll see them. And finally, we've had additional support from St. Clair County Community Mental Health and that group. So that's the special support we've had all year long from our sponsors, and we really, really do appreciate it. We've got a special message coming up from Mr. Brian Neiman. I understand it's somebody's birthday, and I think it's me, and Brian's got a message for me about that, and then we'll be right back with our special guest from the Voyageur restaurant in just a second.
Challenge the clock. Challenge trends.
Go.
Challenge gravity. Challenge expectations. Challenge world records. Challenge the culture and the future. Challenge banking. We challenge ourselves to be curious about ideas that make banking better. We're Fifth Third Bank, the Curious Bank.
There are food people, and there's everyone else. Feed your passion and prepare yourself for a career in culinary arts, baking and pastry, or food and beverage management at Baker College's Culinary Institute of Michigan, one of the few culinary arts programs with exemplary status from the American Culinary Federation. Prepare yourself at culinaryinstitutemi.com.
Well, welcome back, and Brian, thank you very much for that warm birthday wish. And I know the audience is really welcoming. You're going to welcome you back in a week or so. Congratulations on the opening of the wonderful new store in Clarkston. Our co-producer Elizabeth Steiner was over and taped that little message that you just gave us, and she said it is a beautiful store. So if any of our viewers are in the Clarkston area, they should definitely stop by that new Neiman's Family Market in Clarkston, Michigan. We also want to throw out a special thank you to Barb Essen-Westenberg from Habitat for Humanity. Did I say it wrong? Ernsberger. I was wrong, wasn't I? Ernsberger from Habitat for Humanity, and Norm Graisley from St. John's River District Hospital. They substituted, as well as me, here on At the Market while Brian was over opening that new store in Clarkston. But now let's get to our guest today. We have got Nicole Novelli, an old friend. Nice to see you
nice
again.
To see
Welcome
you,
back.
Thank you.
It's your fourth season, isn't it?
It's the fourth at least.
At least fourth season. You brought along Travis LaPara.
Yep.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Travis is a cook in the restaurant and also works up in the sports bar.
Yep.
And you, of course, are in the main kitchen at the wonderful Voyageur restaurant.
In the salad department,
In the salad department. Talk to me about the Voyageur, and talk to me about what you're going to do today.
Well, today we're going to be making a Mediterranean salmon salad. I haven't ever made this one before, but it turned out pretty good, thankfully.
You've never made it before?
Nope, it's a new recipe.
New
so
recipe?
I thought I'd try it out for today.
The salmon at the Voyageur is always very good. You
It is.
prepare it a
Very
number
good.
of different ways.
And the way that you're going to see it today is something that we haven't ever done there before, so it should be interesting.
And Travis, are you going to be the one to experiment with the new recipe?
I sure am.
Well, let's get started.
All right, we have our salmon cubed up from the fillet, and we're going to mix it in with our rub. It's dried rosemary, ground oregano, ground cinnamon, ground cumin, and ground coriander. And I'm just going to mix it all together.
Okay. So how long have you been cooking, Travers?
I've been cooking for probably a total of 3 or 4 years.
And you really like it?
I do. I really love to cook.
It's a career that people either love or hate. Nicole?
That's
True.
for sure. Either you get it or you don't. There's kind of no in between. So
The Voyageurs always had success with young people coming and learning the trade.
this is true. We bring back a lot of our summer help every year to help out with the boat races, which are coming up this weekend. Big event, the offshore power boat races. So we'll be packed through town for that. Starting this week, the boats will start rolling in.
Mr. Laporte, the noted celebrity in the community, has been at the Voyageur for a long period of time, but he's very community minded.
He is. He's on city council and has a lot of other endeavors that he
But
manages.
he always goes ahead and supports local events. Everything that's going on, Mike's involved.
That's right. Yep. And we have a nice turnout at the Voyageur for the boat races because we have such a beautiful view. So
Travers, start in there.
All right, after I've mixed it all in with the rub.
take it over.
Sorry.
Tom.
All right. After I mix it all in with the rub, I'm going to take it out and put it onto our pan.
Now, what kind of oil do we have there?
It's corn oil.
Olive
Corn
oil.
oil?
I used
sorry,
olive
she
oil
used
this
Olive
time.
oil? Okay.
All right.
And will this cook very long?
Today, when I cooked it for the first time, it took about 5 minutes. So you kind of want to toss it around, but not too much because you don't want all your seasoning to fall off. And then maybe let it sit, but move it around a little bit also so it doesn't stick to the pan.
Okay.
And you'll know it's done when it's no longer red in the center. It'll be a nice pink color throughout the middle.
So you've taken a larger piece of salmon and cut it into small cubes.
Yes.
Put it in the marinade. And you want to go through that marinade again?
Yes, it's dried rosemary, ground cumin, ground coriander, dried oregano, ground cinnamon, and salt.
Oh, I can smell a little bit coming off the...
It's a Mediterranean flavor, so it has a little bit different taste. It's pretty good.
Okay. So what are some of the things that are happening at the Voyageur during the week?
Well, everybody's just waiting for all the large boats to get here with all their neat matching accessories and things, and the tents will be all set up on the boardwalk for all the various companies that have them. And we have a lot of new specials. Well, not new. We have one new special, a Shrimp Fest special. You get 10 shrimp, 7 different ways. And we still do our Perch Madness every Tuesday. And then on Thursdays, we have a great prime rib special. We offer 3 different ways that you can have it. And Wednesdays, we started a 2 for $22 special, which it's $11 a dinner. 2 people have to get it. And then, so there's a list of choices that they can choose from. And they are slightly smaller than regular menu portions, but you still get everything that all the dinners offer.
So pretty much there's something going on all week long.
Pretty much, and then we have our weekend specials. They change every weekend, so.
It's such a gorgeous view from the Voyageur, one of the better views on the Great Lakes.
I agree, 100%.
How are we coming here, Chef?
Coming along good so far.
Okay, and it's starting to break apart a little bit.
It means it's getting ready to be finished. It softens up as you're cooking it when it's getting done, so.
Okay.
Well, while he does that, I can go ahead
All right.
and start making the dressing for this salad. I broke down the recipe that I have on the cards just for today. So it has mayonnaise in it, and it's a creamy balsamic vinaigrette, or creamy balsamic dressing.
Okay.
So then it has balsamic vinegar and some salt, pepper, garlic, and basil, I think it is. Yes, basil. So, and then it has oil also. I whisked all of these ingredients together first for the base of the dressing. And then I'm gonna go ahead and whisk in the olive oil.
You're going to whisk that in?
Yep.
I'm familiar with whisking. Oh, that was whiskey. No, that was
So-
whiskey. It wasn't whiskey. Yeah.
Balsamic vinaigrette is really popular nowadays, but this is just a creamy alternative. If the regular vinaigrette's a little too tart for some people, this isn't quite as strong.
Okay.
So that's the dressing for the salad, right there. And then I already have the the romaine lettuce.
The romaine
plated
lettuce
up.
looks wonderful. That's great fresh
It's
lettuce.
nice this time.
Are we using
here.
this?
No, we can get that out of
Let
there.
me get out of there.
Take that.
I'll bring the lettuce back here. I'll sort of hold it.
So I have all the ingredients here. I have some garbanzo beans or chickpeas.
Garbanzo beans.
And then some feta cheese.
Feta cheese. Look at the color in that.
And
It
then
looks so beautiful with the lettuce.
some nice red onions. And some diced tomatoes.
Wow.
And then diced red peppers.
Little red peppers on there too.
And some English cucumber.
Wow. You don't even
Diced
need the
up.
salmon.
And then some Greek Kamada olives
Some olives
to add
and
to it.
just a great color in the whole thing. Now, Travis, are you going to put this right on?
Sure am. It's just
I'll
finished
hold
now.
this here.
And I just cube the salmon like that because I think it's easier to eat, and plus you get a lot more of the flavor as opposed to putting it just all on one fillet. It's really a rub recipe, but if you just put it in the bag
rub
and
recipe?
rub,
Oh, rub.
like you would rub your ribs or
Yeah.
rub your salmon, but we just put it in the bag and shook it up to coat it real thoroughly.
Okay. Very
So that's
good.
the finished product. You can smell it. It has an
It smells
interesting
wonderful?
smell. And then this is the dressing, and just drizzle that on, and there you have a Mediterranean salmon salad.
Mediterranean salmon salad from the Voyageur restaurant in St. Clair. Looks great enough to eat, and I think we'll do that right now. We'll take a break. We'll be back in just a second. Thank you very much.
There are food people, and there's everyone else. Feed your passion and prepare yourself for a career in culinary arts, baking and pastry, or food and beverage management at Baker College's Culinary Institute of Michigan, one of the few culinary arts programs with exemplary status from the American Culinary Federation. Prepare yourself at culinaryinstitutemi.com.
Well, the salad was absolutely delicious. Had a lot of nice, wonderful people show up for in honor of my birthday. I really appreciate that very, very much. In fact, we've got, I'll turn it around here, and
Don't drop it.
Allie can come in this way and take a shot of it. Allie, you tall enough, Allie? And we're going to cut this up for everybody in just a couple minutes, but
Well,
we
it
wanted to
wouldn't be
spend
a
a
meal
couple
without
minutes without
dessert.
Right, we wanted to spend a couple minutes with our producer excellent, Elizabeth Steiner.
That's me. Happy birthday.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Thanks for putting all this together.
You're welcome. I wasn't
Let's
the only
talk
one.
about Brian Neiman. You went
Let's talk
over
about
and
Brian.
you looked at the new store. Tell me
I
about
went to the new store in Clarkston. It's beautiful over there. It's all brand new. They retrofit the whole store. You know, it's the same size as this store, but it's just gorgeous. And they've got some new artwork and new graphics. They've got a beautiful bagel shop that you can actually go in and sit. They're going to have some outside seating. It's just gorgeous. He looks a little tired. He looks like he's ready to come back to work. So
Well, we're looking forward to seeing him hopefully
Yes.
next Monday.
he'll be here next Monday.
And our guest next week will be,
Is Little Camille's from New Baltimore. We're going to
Okay.
have Mark Miller come back.
and Mark's got a special coming up in New Baltimore.
He does. He's got that
Blues
music.
on the Bay, I
Yep,
believe it's
Blues
called.
on the Bay. I think it's the week of August 9th.
Okay.
And yeah, they have music in the park down there on the water from about 3 till about 11.
Okay. What else is happening with us in the month of August?
Well, we're heading towards show number 100. So we have 4 more weeks.
Really?
Yep. We've got Little Camille's coming up. Then we have our new sponsors coming up, Culinary Institute of Michigan. So Tom Resnell is going to come up. He's going to do a pasta and broccoli rabe dish for us. And then we have Dorsey and Murphy are coming together. And then we're going to end our season with Todd May of the Sweet Tooth.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, we thank everybody for coming out today
Yep.
to Neiman's Family Market. The Voyageur had a wonderful, terrific salad. We thank them for coming, and we'll be back next week, hopefully with Mr. Brian Neiman. Till then, I'm Paul Dingham, along with Elizabeth Steiner. See you soon. Thanks. At the Market with Brian Neiman is recorded live in front of an audience every Monday at 3:30 in the Bagel Stop at Neiman's Family Market in St. Clair. At the Market is presented by Fifth Third Bank, the Curious Bank. and sponsored in part by St. John Providence, River District Hospital, Baker College of Port Huron's Culinary Institute of Michigan, with support from St. Clair County's Community Mental Health.